I think we can start already. We have quite a lot of guests already, and yeah, let's start, and people can also
Yeah,
uh,
sure.
join us later as well. Yeah, Irma, go ahead.
So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you are, and welcome. Thank you for your time and for joining us today. We really appreciate it. My name is Irmak Saurali. I'm a business development manager here at Maxine AI, and I'm super excited to be talking to you today together with my wonderful co-host, Marijo Meriki, who is our head of project management here at Maxine AI, as well as our project manager, Ani Janelica. Today we'll be talking about AI in business, and in particular about one of our products, social media review analysis. And before starting the meeting, I want to let you know that we are recording this meeting. So if you're worried about taking notes, do not worry at all. You won't miss anything. Okay, now about our agenda for today. First, we will start about the introduction. I'm going to tell you a bit about our company, what we are doing in general, and what kind of business models we have. Then Mari will continue from there, and she will talk about the product itself. And after that, Ani will talk about business value for companies. And as I mentioned at the end of our meeting, we are going to have a QA session. We can talk more about projects, about our expertise, or simply you can share your thoughts and ideas, or just feel free to introduce yourself. Okay, so to start, I want to let you know about our company. So Maxine AI is on international market since 2017. And since then, we've been working hard to expand our abilities and grow our horizon. We managed to acquire European and US markets. Our main expertise is AI consulting, and currently our primary focus is artificial intelligence, machine learning, computer vision, big data, and cloud computing. We also work on traditional software projects using Python, Node.js, Java, C#, and other common programming languages. And we are eager to start helping more of our potential clients to identify the challenge and then overcome it, of course, with the help of AI. And from the energy to agriculture, social media, insurance and finance, healthcare and e-commerce sector, we have helped businesses around the world to increase operational efficiency with the help of AI. Now, let me check. I will go over our solutions and describe each of them in a few words. Yes. So first of all, the first one is data extraction using NLP techniques. Here we created a product that applies optical character recognition and natural language processing on a photo or a scanned document, and it understands the data that the document contains. So this is a product where people can ask the software the question that's bothering them, like, when did I sign the contract? And they have the immediate answer. This applies to all the industries where they constantly use legal documents and where it takes them forever to find the info they need. Next is a recommender system for a restaurant menu app. This is one of my favorite projects. We provided our client a solution that gave personalized recommendations to users based on their preferences and type of diet, offering the user all the details about the recommended food. Here we also did a classification to understand which dish belongs to which diet, for example, vegan, non-vegan, and etc. And the classification resulted in 99 accuracy. So let's agree that it's a high number. The next is create Bitmoji from profile pictures. Here, the goal was to create a solution that generates Bitmoji from a face image uploaded by the user. And the result was a 3D 3D avatar that was very similar to the person and closely resembled the image. It was one of the successful projects, I might say. The next is Know Your Customer, or KYC. This is our in-house product. We can like customize it for different industries quite easily. So for the industries that require identification of a customer, when, for example, registering online, usually for banking and insurance, let's say, especially now during the pandemic, there is a high demand for this product. For example, when someone wants to open a bank account online, and instead of calling over the phone or going to the bank physically, spending time on that process, we offer to turn on your web camera and follow the guideline. So the tool can compare you to your picture in the bank database and confirm that you are the right person. So this was about our KYC. Next is billing risks evaluation. Here we developed a model that calculated payment risks and was able to mark the risks of payment delays long before they appeared. So it helps the client to minimize the number of delayed payments, and proportionally it allowed the client to increase the revenue. Next is predicting the power consumption. This is one of the greatest products because it reduces the cost of companies for companies in the energy industry by optimizing the consumption, predicting maintenance, and bringing the value that can considerably save them a lot of money, of course. So next is warehouse logistics optimization with AI. The goal here was to give its customers recommendations on warehouse logistics that would lower costs and increase productivity and efficiency. So here we created the product that gives suggestions on product allocation and space optimization that requires the lowest costs and provides the highest efficiency. For example, let's say our solution will recommend an end user to place the best-selling product in front of the warehouse, so that less time and energy are wasted in loading and moving the product. Visual information analysis for health condition tracking. Yes. So here we created a classification model that uses machine learning and computer vision to identify a person's posture and duration of that specific position. This was used, of course, for medical industry. So also, the last but not the least, it is large-scale IoT streaming data analysis system. Here we have created a cloud-based software solution that enables scalable ingestion, storage, and analysis of the Wi-Fi device log data. And all the servers are running on AWS, and being on AWS services makes the system elastic as well. Costs are proportional to the amount of data ingested and processed. So to tell you short, we offer clients IoT dashboards with analytics and data visualization, making possible to remotely supervise devices and their operational processes. To sum up, we have done more than successful projects since 2017. And well, one may ask how we measure success. And we have a simple answer for that based on our projects. When we see that the project is delivered in given time frame, and as soon as we see increased revenue from the client side, we see reduced operations cost, we see increased sales, increased satisfied customers. Of course, we are sure that, and we can agree on that projects were successful. So as for business models, I wanted also to mention business models that we are offering to our partners and we are offering to our clients. Main business models we have are that we are outsourcing AI services. Also, we outsource our remote teams and single developers and engineers. And also we are offering partnership-based on a referral agreement. But I want to mention that we are open to any kind of collaboration. We are open to any kind of communication. And if you have any ideas or thoughts how we can collaborate and have a win-win situation, feel free to reach out. We will be more than happy to contact you and just discuss everything in details. So once again, I would like to thank you for being here. And now I will ask Mari Homeriki to continue from here and tell us more about the product itself. Mari, the floor is yours.
Yeah, can you hear me? I hope all of you can hear me and you can see the screen I'm sharing right now. Okay, so nobody answers me, so I will continue. I will assume that you can see my shared screen and you can hear me. Yeah, so okay, so yeah, hello again, everyone, and thank you, Irma, for a very interesting introduction about Maxine AI and about us. So yeah, I'm very glad that to host you everyone here, and I'm very happy that I have an opportunity to share with you what artificial intelligence can do and what kind of impact it can has on a business. So the first thing what I want to share with you is that I want to talk about the product, AI powered product that we have developed here at Maxine AI. And this product, what this product does is that it extracts information, customer reviews from different social media, and using AI, we are doing the analysis based on these text reviews provided by customers about certain companies. So how it can impact different businesses. So if I think, and it's clear that deploying the right AI technology can help business a lot and can bring very valuable abilities to the businesses. So how exactly this can help a social media review analysis can help businesses. It can, first of all, it can save time and money by automating and optimizing very routine processes and tasks. It can increase productivity and operational efficiency of the company, and it can and what is most important is that it can, based on the insights and analysis that are created by these AI models, we can understand what kind of pain points customers have, what are their preferences, and based on this information we can create a best possible experience customers can have, and we can improve our services, we can give them better personalized offers to them. So basically, as a result, by analyzing what customers want and what customers are talking about the company, we can give them better experience, and we can increase their overall satisfaction. So I will go to my to the dashboard right now, and I will go through all the details that our product has. So on the first pie chart, you can see that the social network distribution that we have used for this specific product. So these analytics are based on one of the airports in the USA. So we extracted reviews from these 4 social media platforms, which is Skytrax, Yelp, Facebook, and Twitter. So as you can see here, we have this is the information that is just giving us the information that what kind of social media we use to extract information from. But what is important about this product is that we can do sentiment analysis. So this can be seen on the next chart. So as you can see, we have 3 types of sentiments, which is positive, negative, and neutral. So I think that of course, positive sentiments are very important. It's really good to hear that people are talking good things about the company, but we have to pay attention to the negative ones as well, right? So here we have about 30% of total reviews here we have are negative ones. So as we can see that this is quite a huge number. So what we would like to know more about this information is that what kind of emotions do they have? For example, what kind of emotions do they have in positive sentiments, in negative sentiments? And let's dive deeper. Let's dive deeper in this. So next chart shows us what kind of emotions do they have. For example, as we can see, this is the positive sentiment distribution, and this is the negative sentiment distribution. So the first chart shows us that it's quite a good result, right? So like 50% of our customers are satisfied by our services, but we have to pay attention to the negative ones. As we can see, almost half of our customers are angry about our services. So this is something that companies and businesses should pay attention to. Maybe they have to change something in their services or in whatever area they have problem, so they can have more satisfied customers than angry ones. So for that, we have to do the following analytics, which is analyze what are the topics our customers are talking about. So using artificial intelligence again, we can extract from based on the text they are writing about the company. We can extract what kind of topics they are talking about. So based on our data, we can see that facilities and environment is the topic that customers are talking most about. Food, also about staff and services, and about the cleanliness at the airport. This information is really valuable because, as we can see, that these are the topics that are mostly discussed by our customers on social media platforms. But what is very important information based on these topics are that what kind of sentiments each topic has. So the next chart shows us the sentiment distribution by aspect. So as we can see from here, we have positive, neutral, and negative one. And let's focus on negative sentiments, negative reviews. As we can see, most of our negative reviews are people who were concerned about facilities and environment at the airport. Also food, then cleanliness, and staff and services. So what a business can do about it, right? So yeah, they can do something like change infrastructure or change facilities, environments to make our customers happier. But we also would like to know what are the aspects even in these facilities and environment. What are they talking about mostly about environment at the airport? So we can use AI to extract even more granular information about customer experiences. And next chart shows us what are they talking about exactly, which words and adjectives they are using while they are describing their experience at the company or getting the service. So as we can see, the most, like, let's say top 3 of the negative reviews are about outdated infrastructure, old chairs. They use a lot of word dirty a lot, crowded, and as we can see, top 3 of negative adjectives are related to facilities. This is also logical, right? It's related to facilities and environment. So of course, it depends on the business and the budget and the management decision. But based on this information, we can like maybe change chairs or update environment or just fix the chairs. It depends on the budget, as I already mentioned. So this information, this sentiment analysis gives us information why customers are angry, why they want to, what can we do exactly to make our customers happier. And also this is also a very valuable information to look sentiment changes, sentiment distribution over time. So this chart, from this chart, we can filter it by months, let's say like this. So actually this chart, this data was extracted before COVID, before this airport was closed at all. So this data is old. Yeah, so yeah, we can see that the data from January here, from here, we can see data in February. We can also see the overall chart from here, and we can see that in January we have a lot of reviews and a lot of in January, the number was increasing, like it's really obvious from here. From the next chart, we can see the percentage change of sentiments over time. And this is kind of good result, but it can be connected to something that was happening at the airport during that time, because the number of positive reviews were increasing a lot. So yeah, here we can also see the topic distribution, the aspect distribution by month is the same here, so we can focus on each month from here. And the last chart shows us what was the number of review count change over time. So here we can see that in February, the number of reviews decreased. For example, in January, the number of reviews increased. And yeah, this gives us an overall idea about how much people are talking about the company on social media. The good thing about this product is that this is absolutely customizable. These charts can be changed. These charts can be updated. Any additional features can be added to it. Maybe if you want to see the results in percentages, you can do that by switching it from quantity to percentage. You can we can update this model to different types of businesses, and we can also add different social media platforms, which is suitable for the business, of course, because, for example, for hotels, maybe the social media Booking.com can be very relevant. So yeah, this is really a good thing, that it's absolutely adjustable to the customer requirements. So I think next Ani will talk about the business value, exactly what can bring to the what value it can bring to the customers to analyze the reviews and to use artificial intelligence to reduce this manual work and to analyze, like, let's say, thousands of reviews without human interaction. If you have any questions about the product, you can ask in the chat. And yeah.
Let me just reshare my screen.
Okay, stop sharing.
Hi everyone, once again. It's nice to see you here. Okay, I hope you can see the screen, right? Okay, good, you can. Okay, so thank you, Mari, for demonstrating our product. As for me, I'm not going to go very deeply into details, technical details of our product, but rather I would like to emphasize the importance of reviews and the customer feedback in general. So why are reviews so important? Basically, satisfied customers are one of your biggest investors. You could be having the best online and offline strategies in place, but if you underutilize the feedback of your satisfied customers, you are not optimizing all resources available at your disposal to drive your sales. So basically, customers are the key. Why? Because people trust customer reviews more. Why do they do that? Let's try to understand. Basically, a verified user actually purchases the product, pays dollars from their pockets, and their words are more trustworthy than paid advertisements customers are surrounded with. To be honest, to give you my own example, when I shop online, my top priority is, of course, to find the best product available at the best price. But when it comes to the price, I will always choose the product which is maybe slightly more expensive, but it has more reviews in general. And of course, even better if those reviews are positive. Customer reviews do not come from a sales point of view. He or she or they are the prime user, which shares their experience. They're not paid to say the things they say. So it is no wonder that the voice of a real user easily overcomes the initial skepticism of customers and hence influences their buying decisions. Therefore, I would like to say that using customers' feedback to promote products and services is a very effective content and marketing strategy, especially if you are just starting, if you are a small business and you don't really have money to actually pay for advertisements on Facebook or Google and so on and so on. Again, if you have many feedbacks, you're declaring that your product is the best and you have actual proof. The reviews your verified purchasers leave on your product page influences potential buyers, much like as I mentioned above. And it also helps the fence sitters in making up their minds. So especially if the feedback is search friendly, it aids in being discovered by Google spiders, and obviously your organic search traffic increases, which is amazing for the sales and is extremely helpful if you're selling stuff on Amazon, eBay, or even AliExpress. So there's two main ways you can use the reviews. It's basically to push the traffic through the social media or use reviews, testimonials, or testimonials in newsletters and emails. You can set testimonials or write articles for newsletters, make sure they look like organic plugs, and you can even segment your users and send them targeted newsletters and emails with a focus on specific products or services you want to highlight or promote. We highly recommend companies to incentivize their customers to provide their feedback. For example, again, to speak from my own example, when I was in Belgium, I rented an apartment on booking.com. And before leaving, my host asked me to write the feedback, either positive or negative, depending on my experience, of course. Obviously, he knew that I was satisfied with the service, but still. He offered me a 10% cashback of whatever I paid there in case I wrote the review. Not going to lie, it was a great deal, even if that 10% didn't actually mean anything to me or him either in terms of cash and materiality. But I can say that that exact review got him at least 2 more customers from Georgia, my country, because they saw my feedback, they trusted me as a customer, and especially since we were from the same country, it influenced their decision-making process even more. So moving on to summarize, how can AI help you to better analyze your social and rental media feedbacks? So basically, how can it help? First, the first thing would be, I think, to have the detailed insights about your customers. When you have the detailed insights on what do they like, what do they prefer, what was their most bought product, knowing, etc. Basically, knowing your clients and customers can help you design your products accordingly. If we talk about the same exact apartment I was talking about, there was this room which was right above the mini bar restaurant that the owner had on the ground floor. It was quite difficult to sleep at night since other guests would stay in the restaurant and talk and laugh. And I can't really blame them because they were not loud. But because of the placement of that room, the noise seemed to be much louder than it actually was. So keeping in mind the reviews and feedbacks that the host got, he redesigned the restaurant and moved it to the exact opposite side of the initial placement, which helped him to get more rents on that exact room because it was quite nice. Better planned campaigns and recommendations. I would say that advertisements are not cheap, regardless of the number of clicks or the audience you're targeting. Even if, especially if you're a small business, it can be quite expensive to afford the advertisements. But author information based on the author posts or feedbacks, author information, one can create more detailed and targeted campaigns, which on one hand can be cheaper compared to the ad when you don't really know whom to target or and where, and your ad gets randomized and lost, and you have no actual result on your hands. So basically, you can plan a good campaign with good offers tailored to your customers' needs, and it can be actually cheaper to release those ads, which will obviously result in improved operations or even reduced cost of operations. One more thing would be to give recommendations to the customers based on their reviews, and not only recommendations, but the complementary items that they might need. For example, if you're a fashion designer and someone purchased some sort of skirt from you, you can recommend them a top that goes well with that skirt. Or if you're a furniture designer and someone buys a very nice guest room table, you might come to conclusion that they will need that table for the guests, and therefore offer or recommend them chairs that goes well with that table. Considering the fact that online shopping, especially during pandemic, can be quite addictive, making offers and recommendations for your customers doesn't only show that you care and remember their orders, but it also creates the need for them to buy additional stuff since they already have a part of that package, let's say. Prioritizing product improvements or the properties that customers are most sensitive to. This can also be linked once again with the room example that I said earlier. So keep in mind that customers always notice when you improve things, and they also notice the slightest change, even the slightest changes in the quality. It is a very good tone to set with the customers and show them that you're not really not only concerned about the sales and the profit that you will get, but rather the overall improvement of your product and the number of satisfied customers that you want to have. And last but not least, and I think one of the most important benefits that AI and this particular product can provide for you is the recognition and the authorization of fake reviews. To be honest, in the capitalistic world we live in, competition is something that drives the markets, regardless of the field. And competitors often have their own offensive strategies to either get better than their opponents or make them look worse in the eyes of the customer. As a customer, I can't really differentiate between a fake or real review, and it's quite unfortunate because I can be missing out on a really good product because of that. Even if you go to Google right now and search fake reviews, you will see that there are far more articles about how to write a fake review rather than how to get rid of them. Obviously, I would like to mention that Amazon has a very nice strategy to fight with fake reviews. So basically, after reading the reviews, the system asks you whether the review was helpful or not. So we can like or dislike the review, and it will be prioritized based on that. But I personally think that the system is flawed purely because you can also fake the feedback on the review, and we're stuck in the never-ending cycle of fake reviews and fake feedbacks and fake likes and so on and so on. So therefore, with the help of this product, you can eliminate the additional headache and make sure your competitors will not manipulate with your reviews, and your reviews, your feedbacks, and your customers. You're going to have power and influence on them all by yourself. So I think that's all that I wanted to say. I think we can move on to the QA session if you have any questions, or if Mari or Irma want to add something. I don't know, but we're open to your questions or suggestions, anything you want. And thank you.